We do get a lot of ones from Monaco. Okay, so we're taking this over until 11 today. Hang on, I'm gonna see. I'll be able to see what Jennifer, if she's with you today, or hours.
Yeah, still crooked. Hey, welcome everyone. My name is Mark. This is Movement Yoga Morning. I'm with Kathy Cormier. We do this many Thursdays. Just welcome you to our space here. And we do yoga. A little less ambient light here. It's still pretty dark. So if you'd like to see anything and you're watching live, please put it in the chat. If you're not watching live, just you can still comment and we'll get to it another week. And again, we tend to do this many weeks. And are you ready to go, Kath? Well, I'll keep talking. Won't you? Yeah, so just so you know a little about me, I teach yoga here in San Francisco at the San Francisco Bay Club. This whole venture started during the pandemic when the Bay Club went online, and I was one of the teachers chosen to be an online teacher. And when the pandemic, I don't know if it actually ended, but it kind of slowed down, the Bay Club went back to 100% live classes. But Kathy and I enjoyed doing this so much, we decided to do an abbreviated version on Thursday mornings. 17 minutes. We used to do an hour and a half, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Version.
But the New World version, this is your morning wake up. I think of it like brushing your teeth, a little yoga in the morning.
It's so great.
Good for your spine, good for
Flossing
your back.
your body from the
Flossing
inside.
your body, yeah. Good stuff. Well, hello, Kathy.
Good morning, people. Hello, Mark.
Right.
Good morning. Thank you all for
How's
choosing
the
to sit.
frame for you?
Yeah, I think it's good. What do you think? I think it's awesome.
You want to set the bricks just so you see the edge of the frame?
Yeah, we're gonna do things professionally this time, everybody.
And I can,
Oh, this is good.
should I move the camera back a little bit or no?
No, I think this is super good. This is like downward dog distance, right? Kind of like that.
Let me come back just a little bit here.
Need a little more time this morning because we both have a vacation day, so
Excellent.
hopefully we seem a little less hurried. We can take the time to
All
make
right.
it right for our
All right, so now that
yoga world.
we've set the frame, let's get our yoga practice going. We only have 17 minutes. I'll ask you to face camera, Kathy, hands on hips, and let's just march it from side to side. It's my new favorite warm up here. Yeah, that's right. We've got our kicks off to each side as we balance on one foot. We've got our cross kicks.
Oops.
Cross. Well, if you fall, no big deal. There's only one way not to fall. That's trying to do this stuff. We've got our
right.
front kicks. Be mindful of the window here. We've got our back kicks. And then back to 2 feet as we march it from side to side. Now rocking it side to side. Now finding your center. From here, let's bring one hand onto the heart, other hand on top. I would like to set an intention for today's practice. It could be something you're thinking about, something you're moving towards. It could be as simple as you're perfect just as you are. Lifting the chin tall through the crown, hands by our side. Let's find our breath here. So long, smooth breaths in. Long, smooth breaths out. As you breathe in, I'll invite you to find a full body breath, bringing the air to the top of your chest, the base of your belly, filling up each side waist, filling up both front and back planes of your body. As you breathe out, I'll invite you to engage your core as you draw the low belly in and up, concurrently lifting the kidneys in and up, squeezing a little more air out. Most importantly, with that core engagement, providing structural support for your low back as you move through these shapes and sequences. Like putting on a weight belt from the inside. The inhalation takes care of itself as the diaphragm engages and stretches down towards the navel to draw air into our lungs. Now finding the Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. It's a go-to breath in many yoga practices. Slightly constricting the base of your throat, adding a slight sound and feel to your breath. It's a power breath, but it's also a relaxing breath. The sound of which is often compared to the sounds of the ocean as the waves wash in and out. Last two details before we start to stretch and move. I'll invite you to take the tip of your tongue to the hard palate just behind your teeth. Keeping that tongue loop as best as you can throughout the practice. Keeping our jaws relaxed and connecting front and back planes of our bodies. And finally, with your lips closed, adding a slight smile to your face. Opening up the front of your throat so your breath has lots of room to circulate, refresh, and relax. Keeping all this, if you close your eyes, opening your eyes, hands find the hips, grounding down through a set of toes as we circle the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Taking those circles the other way. Now grounding down through that foot, other set of toes as we circle the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And then taking those circles the other way. Now grounded down through 2 feet, knees right together. We're going to circle our knees. Could be a big circle, could be a little circle. Let your knees tell you what they want. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming on up, don't think too much about it. Stepping your feet hip width apart. I'll invite you to take a look down at your toes. Many of us have a little bit of a turnout. That's just the way our hips are shaped. That's your natural stance. Knees soft, keeping your natural stance. Hands find the back of the hips as we circle those hips. And then taking those hip circles the other way. Now coming back center, pretending you have an extra set of hands, keeping those hips relatively stable. A hand on each shoulder as we circle our shoulders. Taking those shoulder circles the other way. Now switching across to the arms, going back that first direction. And then taking that circle the other way.
It's so hard for me not to move my hips.
Well, don't worry about it too much. Hips are relatively stable, they're not super stable. And then back to center. Arms in the air like you either do or don't care. Thumb and forefinger catch the wrist of an arm. We circle the shoulders one way, we circle the hips the other.
How about do and don't?
What's that?
Do and don't care.
Do and don't care. And then taking those circles the other way. Don't think too much about it.
And or.
Coming back center, other thumb and forefinger catch that other wrist. We contraction that far shoulder and then circling the shoulders one way as we circle the hips the other. And then taking those circles the other way. Now coming back center, hands by our side. I'll ask you to face sideways, Kathy. We'll move towards our sun sals. Taking it in 3 pieces. Either keeping your natural stance or narrowing your stance as you straighten the feet. That's a more classic way to work the sun salutation. Tight as you go would be feet right together, although some folks like to have the big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Arms and shoulders, inhaling arms out to the side and then overhead, inhaling. Exhaling, hands back down. 2 more times here, observing the natural rhythm of the shoulders. As the arms elevate, the shoulders elevate. As the arms descend, the shoulders descend. 1 more time, breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, hands back down. Adding a forward fold and a back bend. Inhaling up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail as we arc the back. Feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Really lift that tail. On the exhale, tucking tail and chin. Really tuck that tail and tuck that chin as we stretch out our back. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine, back of the head in line. The sacrum, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. 2 more times like this, breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. Tucking tail and chin as we round it in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. We've got 1 more to go here. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. And then tucking the tail, tucking the chin as you'll round it on in. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine, rising on up. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to down dog. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, finding your forward fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail. On the exhale, tucking tail and chin as you ground down through the hands, stepping 1 foot back and then the other, finding your down dog shape. As we hold this down dog, I'll invite you to hold it in relative stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine, deep full breath. Despite the lack of overt movement, you're still breathing, your heart's still beating, your mind's still moving. And by focusing on your Ujjayi breath as it flows in and out, finding a little more space between each breath, each beat of the heart, each thought. Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. As goes the breath, so goes the mind. Tail end of that breath, navel to spine as you lift those hips high, and then looking between the hands as you either step or jump it to the front of your mat. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, arcing the back. Arching the spine as you fold it on in. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine, hands over head pose. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to plank pose. Inhaling up. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale, lift chin and tail as you arc. Now arching the spine as you ground down through the hands, stepping the other foot back, finding your plank pose. Feeling that connection between head, hips, and heels. A line of strength running through the center of yourself. A line of strength that supports your intention. Despite the effort of the action and easeful quality to your breath, keeping it yoga. Long, smooth breaths in. Equally long, smooth breaths out. Tail end of your next breath, navel to spine as you lift the hips high, back to down dog. I'll invite you to walk this dog as you pedal your feet, stretching long through one leg and then the other. You might add a swing and a sway of the neck, a swing and a sway of the shoulders, whatever feels right and good for you. Finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you either step or take a jump to the front of your mat. Let an inhale bring length as you arc the back. Arching the spine as you fold it on in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. As we find our chair pose, stay low. Sorry about, oh, actually, I messed it up. Yeah, that's right. Big full stand there. Exhaling, hands by your side.
We're getting there anyway. We're on our way. A good preview.
The needle skipped on the record.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to do Sun Sal B. We'll start with our chair. So inhaling into tall spine. Keeping tall spine, finding your chair. Inhale and hold. Exhale, go lower, finding more strength in your legs. Inhale, rising on up, finding a back bend at the top, open heart, open throat. On the exhale, a big swan dive over. When you ground down through the hands, finding a push-up, keeping the elbows soft, stepping one foot back and then the other. You could also jump those feet back, up to you. Exhaling for your push-up. It's a yoga push-up, elbows super close Inhaling into a back bend, be it cobra or up dog, shoulder blades back and down, open heart, open throat. And then back over the toes. Feel free to use the knees or not as you find your down dog. We won't be here for long. Flow style, feet together, right leg high, high on the left toes as we stretch out Achilles tendon and calf. And then looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher. And then flexing the foot as you float it up through, landing it lightly, spinning the back heel down, back leg long, back leg strong, inhaling up, warrior one. And then riding your breath back to low lunge, and from low lunge, back to down dog. As you will, I'll invite you to cycle through vinyasa as you find that push-up, inhaling into your back bend, and then back to down dog. Second side, flow style, feet together, left leg high, high on the right toes. Looking between the hands, pitching that leg even higher. And then flexing the foot as you float it on through, landing it lightly. Spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side and then overhead, warrior one. And then riding your next exhale back to low lunge. And from low lunge, either stretching straight back to down dog or cycling through your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend, and then back to down dog. Take your time, find your flow, follow your breath. As we hold down dog, either holding it in stillness, seeing what comes up, or adding some movement, up to you. Again, however you choose to work, finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? Long, smooth breath in. Long, smooth breath out. Tail into that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then looking between the hands as you either step or jump it to the front of your mat. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, arcing the back. Arching the spine as you fold it in. On the inhale, stay low, knees over toes, hands over head, neutral spine and chair pose. Exhaling, taking it lower. Inhale, rising on up, open heart, open throat. Exhaling, neutral spine, hands by your side. I'll invite you to face camera, Kathy. Again, bringing one hand onto your heart, the other hand on top. Coming back to your breath, and coming back to your attention. Now, finding namaste hands, fingers connect. We can touch our thumb to our heart, gathering up that intention. We can touch our thumbs to our forehead. Our intention is in our thoughts. We can touch thumbs to lips. Our intention is in our words. We can bring thumb back onto the heart. Our intention is in our deeds. Now rolling the hands over, hands by our side. 3 ancillary breaths here. Big breath in, the arms move out, the fingers widen. Exhaling, let it come out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, arms move out. Let it slip out through pursed lips, almost like you're whistling. One last ancillary breath here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And then I'll invite you to bring namaste hands back to the heart. Relax shoulders, a soft tuck of the chin. Any amount, I invite you to bow. Thanking yourself for practicing yoga and offering this practice out to each other and to the world. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. And in this light, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much. Mom.
Thank you, Kathy, and thank you at home.
World.
See if anyone tuned in. All right, we got a couple people here. Hello, Dan, and hello, Tiffany. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And as always, namaste.
Namaste. Happy
Have
day.
a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thank you. We love you.